Aries, hello. Welcome to your love readings for the month of February 2025. Thank you for being here with me. My name is Coco, and I'm doing these readings because I thought, what better way to honor the month of love, Valentine's Day, than doing some love readings. So here we are. This video is split into two readings. The first reading will be for those who are in romantic relationships, situationships, just anybody connected to a person romantically in any way, shape, or form at the moment. Then the second reading will be for those who are currently single. So those are timestamped as well. You can find the timestamps not only in the time bar at the bottom of the video, but you can also find the timestamps in the description box below too. So you can just go ahead and skip to whichever reading applies to you. But this is a general reading. It is not a private one-to-one reading. And if that is something that interests you, you can go to the description box below and click the link to my website where you can book a private virtual reading with me. So without further ado, let's get into the readings and I'll see you at whichever one applies to you. Okay, Aries, if you are here, that means that you are in a romantic relationship or just connected to somebody, situationship, whatever it may be here, you are involved romantically with somebody. So let's get into the details of the reading. I'm going to start out in the nitty-gritty and then kind of move to the broader themes. And I did already pull your cards because there's just so many damn cards in the spread. So it would have taken a really long time for me to pull them while filming. So yeah. All right, let's get into it. Right now in your relationship, you're showing up as the Four of Cups. And I should say, before I start this, I did get two messages beforehand, before even pulling cards. The first message was I was shown a haystack. And my guides gave me the haystack to show needle in a haystack, that phrase, needle in a haystack. So I'm not sure if that applies to something that you've been reading or seeing, or I know that is part of a story. I'm not sure what story it's from. I remember it from my childhood. And the second message I got was a visual of bubbles being blown. Bubbles in water and also bubbles in the sky, like somebody blowing bubbles. And they gave me something with a child. So you might have a child who likes to blow bubbles in the bath. I'm not sure, but I just feel the need to say that before moving on. Okay, so you're here as Four of Cups right now. I feel like you are also feeling a little bit exhausted because when this popped out, my guides also gave me the 10 of Wands, as a visual. You are feeling tired, burnt out, exhausted, physically and mentally, and it feels like you are trying to take some alone time. You might be trying to check out of the relationship a bit. You might be feeling like overwhelmed just with the details of the relationship. I feel as if there's some financial overwhelm happening and financial stressors as well right now. So you're trying to find some more time by yourself. You're trying to distance yourself perhaps mentally from the relationship right now because it just feels like a lot. And if you have kids, your kids might just be really needing a lot from you right now. So you're needing to kind of take some space and be there for them or be there for yourself. Whatever this is, it's like there's boredom, there's apathy here too. So you might be bored with the relationship. You might be feeling like you guys don't do anything romantic or you haven't done anything romantic in a little while. So there's a baseline on your end of kind of feeling just blah, feeling bored, feeling tired, feeling like you need to take a time out. Your intentions in the relationship, are good. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. You show up very honorable and reliable, dependable, and honest in the relationship. This person receives honesty from you. You're very straightforward with them and you're growing with them. You want to build a life with them. The Knight of Pentacles moves quite slowly, but the Knight is surely moving in the direction of progress. And this is a Knight who takes his time. And so you might actually be somebody who moves slowly in relationships, but also with your person, I feel like your love language is acts of service or doing things for somebody. Perhaps that is your love language for giving love, but also for receiving love. And I'm not sure if like you give a lot of acts of service or you want to receive a lot of acts of service, but certainly you're committed to the relationship and this person. And yeah, you're here, the Lover's card too. This is how you see your person. You see them as your soulmate, your divine partner, your twin flame, whatever you want to call it, just your person for life. You could be married to this person, you could be wanting to marry this person, or you could just be like, hey, I want to do life with you for as long as that looks, you know. I feel connected to you. I feel like I might have met you in a past life. So you feel like this relationship is very deep and important. And right now, I do see that there are some obstacles that you are on both of your ends. It feels like you're both struggling with different things. Right now for you, you got the Queen of Cups and what your obstacle is. It feels like for you, you are struggling to just give from an empty cup. Like it feels like your cup is empty right now with this Four of Cups here. And you're needing to fill your own cup before you can even think about filling somebody else's. And because your cup is not full, because you're tired and drained and perhaps burnt out, you might be showing up a little bit short, snippy, just not like you don't have the emotional capacity right now for the relationship. And that could also mean that you're shutting down in some ways, that you aren't communicating with your person in terms of how you feel. So if that is what's happening for you, I'm no couples professional, I'm no couples therapist, okay? So take this with a grain of salt. Take my advice with a grain of salt always. But I think any good thing for a relationship is open and transparent communication. So maybe letting your person know, I'm just really burnt out. Please don't take this personal. I just need some time alone. I need some time to recharge. I can't extend myself further than I can extend myself right now. And you're actually being asked in your advice, you got the Page of Cups. So the Page is like the student. The Queen is like one of the most mature iterations of this card. You're being asked to focus on your kids. If you have kids right now, focus on your children, as well as you can. That's where your energy should be going. And if that's not the case for you, your guides want you to try to fill your own cup, of course, but also try to instill some romanticism, some love back into the relationship if you can. Because there is an air of resentment that I did pick up on here. I'm not sure if it's you or your person or both of you feeling like there's some resentment here, but you'll want to communicate. And your advice here as well, inject some lightheartedness here. I know it's so easy to sit back and take everything so seriously. It's very hard to feel like you can be romantic and fun and open and vulnerable emotionally when things are hard. But that is your advice right now, and I know that's probably really annoying to hear. So I'm sorry to give that annoying advice. I do want to clarify that. So let's go ahead and do that. Thank you. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You got two pages here. Your guides want you to be a student almost of your emotions. Sit down and learn how to listen to your emotions and learn how to tune back into yourself. But also when it comes to your relationship, try to understand your person from a very compassionate perspective. The Page of Pentacles is saying the same. It's really saying, try to be dedicated, try to be committed here, try to work on whatever you have the capacity to work on. Of course, don't burn yourself out, don't overextend yourself. I think that's why here you've got two pages and not two kings or two queens. I think the vibe here is that you are tired. So your guides are kind of saying, do what you can here in the realm of taking care of your family, your home, your health, and your finances. Do whatever you can here in terms of giving to the relationship. But again, don't overextend yourself if you don't have the capacity. All right. Your person is showing up as the moon card. So you could very well be dating somebody who is, or married to somebody who is a water sign. So a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is the Pisces card particularly. This person has a lot of feelings right now, and their feelings are kind of kept under the surface. They're not really coming to you with everything. And when I say coming to you with everything, I think they see that you are tired, or they see that there's just a lot going on. So they're keeping things to themselves. There might be something that, particularly something that they're keeping to themselves, and I kind of want to know what that might be. So we're going to clarify that. What's the nature of this moon card here for Aries partner? Thank you. Five of Cups. Yeah, there's some resentments. Okay, so that's the resentment I was picking up on. It's coming out of their end. It might also be coming out of your end. Very well might be. Here, there's some sadness, perhaps some regret, but just heavy feelings, sad feelings, conflicted feelings that this person is experiencing right now. And they're not showing you the depth of it. They might be saying to you, I'm pretty sad right now. I'm really bummed out right now. And then kind of glazing over it. Do read between the lines with your person, because they might be feeling it more profoundly than they let on. And this moon card tells me that they feel their emotions quite deeply. So their intentions in the relationship, they've got the Star card. They intend to take this relationship to the very end. You know, they see this relationship as their purpose, as their calling. It is their future. You are their future. I do like to see this card in intentions. You're both very dedicated to each other, because you've got the Lovers. Here's the Star, two major arcana cards as well. There's some strong feelings of commitment to the relationship that you both share. And they see you as the Six of Pentacles. You can see in this card, there's a person who's a benefactor, giving to other people who need it. And when this card came out, my guides gave me the sense that you are the benefactor here to this person. So this person might be struggling financially. Maybe also you are the breadwinner of the family. You might make more money than them. That might be why you're so burnt out. But they see you and appreciate that about you. And they want to certainly equalize things, because I feel like they're struggling financially, or they're struggling to perhaps start a new career path, or get a new job, or build the home perhaps that you share together. I don't know, but they've got the Ace of Pentacles in their obstacles, which is why I'm saying these things. They're trying to start something new in the realm of money, home, health. So they actually could be like sick at this time, and you might be caring for them, as well as if you have kids or if you have pets. Perhaps they're struggling with that, or perhaps they're just struggling with what I said before: finances, money, job, that kind of thing. And you are providing at the moment in some kind of way, whether it's time, energy, resources, whatever it is. Now, if things keep going on the way they are, you got the Devil and the Three of Swords here. I don't think things should go on the way that they are, because like I said, there was that resentment that came out that my guide showed me. And there's also here an imbalance in power dynamics. There's some kind of toxicity, toxic ways of perhaps talking to each other, of communicating, but also maybe behaviors. Maybe there's gambling. Maybe there's behaviors of yelling, of fighting, addiction to fighting, addiction to something else, to a substance. Maybe there's addiction to even like workaholism, you know? This Devil card could mean anything. And the Three of Swords here tells me that there's pain. There's pain in this outcome. And there's a struggle to kind of get the swords out of the heart. So if this continues the way it is, I don't think you guys will be very happy where you go. So I did pull some cards on how you can change this outcome, on how things might look better in the future. The first cards I pulled were the Three of Wands and the Temperance card. There needs to be a reestablishment of balance in the relationship, but there also needs to be some communication in regards to how that can be done. There's also some patience needed. Patience is needed very much right now on both of your ends. Patience with each other, patience with your current obstacles. The Three of Wands, it's asking you to look ahead and it's asking you to plan. Try to look ahead to the future at this moment. Try to not blame each other. And I also put some more cards on this. You got the Seven of Wands and the Tower. Seven of Wands tells me that you need to persevere here. Persevere, because this is all temporary. It's not going to stay this way. That's what the Seven of Wands tells me. And also the Tower. There is something in the foundation of your relationship that needs to change. And I feel as if it is connected to this Devil card. Now, it could have been any of those things that I said prior. It could also be something like codependency. It could be something like jealousy. It could be something like expecting your partner to take care of all the finances and expecting them to take care of also all of the household chores while you yourself only take care of a small percentage of them. Because that's an imbalance in power dynamics, and that's what I mean. That's what the Devil brings up. The Tower tells me, yeah, things gotta shake up. How do I say it? Things have to fall apart in order to fall together. I want to see what this Devil card is telling me. Thank you, thank you. 2 cards right at the jump. The Nine of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. This is about, this is about anxiety and stress permeating the relationship. My guides are letting me know it's about making sure that these things don't enter into how you both see each other, into how you communicate, making sure it doesn't seep into your everyday life. These feelings of anxiety and stress and sleepless nights, maybe you have a newborn or a baby and, there's some sleepless nights going on. Seven of Pentacles here, this is that reassessment of things, looking back and saying, okay, where can we change things right now? Where can we allot some more time for you, Aries, to get some alone time that you need and to not feel so burnt out? And where can we kind of balance these things out? So there needs to be a reassessment of things in regards to who is shouldering more of the stress in the relationship. As promised, we can also move into the broader themes now. What your relationship can benefit from adding more of at this time. This is the Renew card. Adding that air of regeneration, of renewal, and that is really exactly what Temperance speaks to here. Oops. Things are changing, so you need to let them change. You can't fight the changes, and you both have an interdependent relationship, because that's the current energy here with this card, a leg up. There is interdependence here. You guys both depend on each other for certain things. Work together on this. Try to work together. Don't take a me versus them approach here, because I feel like that's just going to create more rifts. And the Keeper of Time is your lesson here as well. This is about mindfulness. It's about intentionality. That is what your relationship is trying to teach you in this moment. How can we slow down? How can you say to your partner, I'm trying to be more intentional with the way that I show up, and so I'm realizing I need more alone time in order to do that. How can you approach your partner in this way where you guys are able to talk things out and have discussions without letting things get crazy and, instead being like, okay, I'm taking a time out. It's that intentionality in the relationship and slowing down and understanding that this is a time of change, of flux. Your relationship is changing and you're both changing as individuals. So take it slow, be patient with each other and with yourselves. There's a lot on the horizon for you. as a couple, it just depends on how you guys both approach it now moving forward, okay? So, Aries, that is all I have for you today. I hope this was very helpful, and I will see you next time for the March general readings. I hope you take good care, and if it was helpful, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel or leaving a comment. I also love to read comments. Take good care in the meantime. Okay, Aries, if you are here, that means that you are here for the singles love reading, so welcome in. And, let's just jump right into it. What else are we here to do? So first we're going to take a look at some broader themes going on for you, and then we'll dive into the details and the nitty gritty. And sorry for any noises you might hear, dogs barking, car horns. I live in a noisy area, so you might hear some of that. I do apologize in advance. My Aries, my loves, I feel like you're in a vicious cycle of some sort. And I'm not sure if it has to do with cycles of negative self-talk or self-esteem or stress when it comes to love. I'm also not sure if it has to do with relationships particularly, or how you feel about yourself when it comes to relationships. I'm not entirely sure. But there is some repeating themes, repeating patterns showing up for you right now. This could be that you just got out of a relationship and you're feeling like, why do all of my relationships end this way? Why do they all feel the same? I don't understand. You could also be in the boat of realizing, why do I always show up this way when I am single? Why do I attract these types of people that I tend to attract? I don't want to attract them anymore, but I keep attracting them. What's going on? First of all, don't blame yourself for any of this, I would first say. And second of all, this is a lesson for you. And it's actually encouraging you to become more spiritual and to tap into meditation. Prayer is asking you to dial into your intuition, because there's something there inside of you that has an answer. Okay? And my guides also gave me, hold on, I wrote it down. They gave me something. Okay, they gave me the term, I write it down and put it in my drawer, the term letting it lie, or letting it lay, but they said letting it lie. Now, I'm not sure if that has to do with something that's going on with you right now, or leaving something behind in the past to move forward. We will get into it a bit more. In your lessons, you've got numbers 34 and 35, which I always get pairs from this deck. My guides love to do that. Keeper of Dance and Keeper of Invisibles. Keeper of Invisibles is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I hope you can see these images because they're beautiful. They're like works of art on the cards. The Keeper of Dance is about dancing and celebrating and being able to carry yourself lightly and have grace for yourself, even in the really, really hard times. Even in times where you're like, fuck, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. I don't know how things are going to get better. It's about saying to yourself, this is the most important time for me to celebrate myself and for me to dance and to have fun. Dancing here is used as a metaphor for other things, but it could literally be dance for you. It could literally be that your way of celebrating is going out and dancing, or you might be a dancer. And the Keeper of Invisibles tells me that, this whole situation is here to help you become more in touch with yourself and more in tune with your intuition. It's asking you to tap in, like I said, to meditation, in connecting with your spirit guides. If you believe in spirit guides, I personally do, obviously, because I talk to my spirit guides. There are people who believe in tapping into your higher self, kundalini. Whatever you believe in, whatever you're drawn to, I would say go for it at this time. If you're even drawn to something like yoga, that would be a really great tool for right now to help you just get some alone time where your brain can kind of dial down. And you're actually also guided to get some good sleep right now in your life. You've got the dream card here in what you would benefit from adding a little bit more of into life right now. If you have a dream journal, I would highly recommend you keep track of your dreams. If you have very vivid dreams, I would also say keep track of your dreams, see what's going on there, because Keeper of Invisibles is also about the dream world. It's about the messages we receive when we are open. And a lot of times we are the most open intuitively when we're sleeping because our brains aren't on overdrive. That's the case for me as well. I get downloads in my dreams often because, again, my brain isn't there to contradict it or doubt it. So do take care of yourself and get good sleep around this time. Try to take care of your REM cycle if possible. Now, you're showing up a little stressed out right now. You got the Nine of Swords in love and in regards to perhaps your singlehood, but also perhaps past relationships. I feel like you are aware of this cycle, are aware of patterns, are aware of the same kinds of people who come into your life or the same kinds of events, patterns of events that happen. And you could be feeling very confused about this right now. Why is this happening? Your outlook on love as well. You got the World card, which is another cycle card. You know, if you look at this card, it looks a bit like they're going in circles, both of these cards. That tells me that you are aware of what's going on and you feel trapped in it. Here's the Eight of Swords. That's that mental entrapment. And this person can get out of it. They can get themselves out of the situation, but it's almost like their mental, their brain, that part of them won't let them escape. And there's some kind of lesson here for you. There's something here for you to learn about this. And I will clarify that later on. What you look for in a relationship and in love. You got the Nine of Pentacles. So this tells me you look for somebody who is very self-sufficient, independent, who's successful and who has reached their goals, and somebody who's not very codependent. You don't want somebody sticking to you. You want somebody who can hold their own. And you yourself also want to experience this in a relationship. You don't want to be held back. You don't want to be locked down in that kind of way. In a relationship, you still want to feel like an individual, like you have your own life, and you still want to focus and want to have the freedom to focus on your career, your goals, what's important to you. And I agree, you know, I think that's important for everybody to have their own lives outside of their relationships. What you bring to a relationship yourself, you've got the Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands. I love to see the Queen of Wands here. That's the Queen of Fire, so that's you, Aries. You bring a confidence to the relationship. You bring warmth, enthusiasm, passion, fun. That's what this queen is all about. She's also, with the black cat here, very in touch with her intuitive world. She's very in touch with her emotions. But people don't really realize that about her because she's so gregarious and so friendly and outgoing. But they don't understand that this person has done the work. This person has done their shadow work. They've done the work of looking inside themselves and learning truly who they are. In a relationship, you try to create a place where you are both each other's sanctuaries. You want a person who's going to be calm, and you also bring that to the connection. You bring calm, you bring peace, you might bring even a bit more spirituality. It's not fully developed here, but you know, you might be on the way to really developing your spiritual gifts, your psychic gifts, and how you can better love yourself in this very moment. Six of Swords. Your guides want you to move on. If there is something that is haunting you, if there is a previous relationship, a person who keeps coming back, which can very much represent this card, if there is somebody who keeps coming back and keeps showing up, or if there is a pattern of events that keeps happening, your guides want you to move on from it. They want you to make peace with it. That's what this card is all about. Six of Swords is moving from chaos into peace. So do try to do that. I'm going to see how you can do that because it's very easy to say, just move on. Yeah, well, there's a lot of shit that goes into that. So let's see. What are Aries' next best steps? The Six of Swords. Page of Swords. Okay. If there's somebody who you are communicating with, like texting, calling, yeah, it's time to cut them off. If there is gossip about you or this person, if there is something being said behind somebody's back, if you are talking to your friends about this person, try to stop doing that, because it's giving life to the situation, if that makes sense. Can you please tell me more? Can you please tell me more, please? Thank you. Four of Cups, yeah. You're being asked to be aware that if somebody gives you an offering here, somebody might be offering to take you out. It might be an ex. It might very well might be an ex who's coming back into your life. They don't want you to take the offer. Your guides, they want you to think on it and just move on. They want you to say, I'm good, hasn't done me good in the past, won't do me good now, I gotta move on. All right, I hope that was helpful. This Four of Cups is also about taking alone time to really process your feelings. So I do also encourage you to do that in order to, better take this advice and better put it into action. How you can better show up in the future in romantic relationships. You've got the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. And I want to talk about this 10 first. Your guides want you to resolve any baggage, any obstacles, any difficulties, and they want you to resolve this pattern. Okay? They want you to come to peace with certain things, and I feel like love has not been easy for you at all, Aries. And that's why you're showing up 10 of Swords here. It's just been difficult. And instead of rushing into something new, instead of not really doing the work, your guides really want you to take a really deep look at what's going on here and what has happened in the past so that you can move forward, Ace of Swords, without any of the baggage. And they want you to feel free. They want you to feel light and happy in a new relationship. And this Ace of Swords also tells me that they want you to be very honest when it comes to relationships. Be very upfront with people. Be very direct, very forward. Say, listen, these are my boundaries. If you cross them once, you're done. I'm not taking you back. Yeah, there just needs to be some clarity of communication here too, and definitely demand that of other people in the future as well. Now, for how many months you can expect a person to come through as a potential romantic partner, you might meet this person sooner than 4 months, but it's coming up 4 months. You got the Four of Pentacles. And, they originally gave me 1 to 4 months, but I feel as if it depends on how much progress, internally and emotionally, you're able to make in that realm of time. So yeah, 1 to 4 months, you might meet a new potential romantic partner. And I do say always potential, because at the end of the day, it is up to you on whether or not you want to pursue something with somebody. Now, I do want to clarify this, what we were talking about earlier. What's going on with this cycle? What's the nature of this cycle? Of this repetitive cycle for Aries? Thank you. Wow. Yes. You got the World again. They're saying, yep, it's that cycle. Okay. What else here? Can you tell me about this cycle? What else? Can you please tell me about this cycle? Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords. 2 aces. The cycle is closing. The cycle is closing. And, oh, that's good. Thank God the cycle's closing. You're able to move on once you sort out the baggage. Once you clear out the emotions, once you clear out the pain, and you're really able to move on, that's when the cycle will end. So that's good news that it's ending. We love to hear that. Yeah, you got the Six of Swords underneath again. You're getting all the same cards that came up. Okay, Aries, I hope this reading was helpful. I really do. And I wish you the best of luck at this moment. I will see you next time for the March general readings. If this reading was helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, or leaving a comment. I also love comments. Any love given, I'm so very much appreciative of it. And yeah, take good care in the meantime.